Well, good morning. Good morning. Uh, Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful looking day? Sun is shining. I'm up here in the upstairs room here of our home here in Sacramento. It looks beautiful, but it's really cold. Okay. And to tell you the truth, because heat rises, I, I thought I would drag the computer up here this morning and do my little talk. I don't know if you've seen this area up here very much. I don't want to. Let's see. Let's turn it this way. We got Jean Paul's bed there. Okay, and we got that's a secretary or a clothes closet actually, and there's a few books and let's see. I don't need to show you the closet area. There's a Jean Paul's desk there with my morning coffee on it there and everything. But anyway, thought I'd share that with you. I'm getting ready or I'm preparing for a lot of things. I'm preparing for my 3-day workshops in Joshua Tree coming up in March. And I've got my new book, The Tarot Architect, coming out in May. And in July, the OTO's National Conference, which takes place every 2 years, uh, is being held in Portland. And it celebrates this year as being my 50th year as an OTO initiate. And I'm looking forward to it. And every year at these events, or every other year, I usually do the lunchtime talk. Okay. Lunch with Lon, they call it. And they always end up in these the entire proceedings, all the lectures and everything are transcribed and published in a book that comes out about a year after every other event. This is the one. There's the theme of that year was beauty and strength, and the theme of this year was fear not at all. And this one was for the chance of union. For that one, and every Noticon has a special logo of its own. Let's see. This one is manifest thy glory, and I think this is the only one that I have that's in hardbound. The beauty and strength, and the one that was held right here in Sacramento back in 2013 was called Neither East Nor West. And that was the logo of it. I think I did 2 openings. Well, not 2 openings. I did the opening words, I believe. Yeah, let's see. I did the opening remarks. Let's see what my and opening remarks are usually goofy shit that I do. Um, let's see if I can quickly do it. And ever since the very early Noticons, in my opening remarks, I usually do, let's see, I usually start, but I don't know what it's called when you make a sentence or a paragraph where every word of the sentence starts with the same letter. And I mean, it's a cheap comedic device. It's so cheap, in fact, that when you do it year after year, the with a similar or same audience, they start to expect you to do it. So this was the Noticon number 9. So here is my opening words. I don't know if you're interested in this kind of stuff. I'll get serious here in a second. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Welcome to Noticon 9. Wow, the 9th Noticon. Nice. I've been to all 9. 9. You may have noticed that the number 9 is, by necessity, an enormously notable number in the OTO. Now, none of us here tonight, neither are nameless, Nox-dwelling, navel-gazing Nemos, nodding nicely in Nirvana's negativity, nor are newest, noisy, naive, nervous neophytes. No, none of us need our noggins nudged that the number 9 is not your normal and nominal numeral. Oh, I get a kick out of it. Just give me a break. Give me a joke. No, no, no. 9, nit, none, nay. I hope you're taking notes. But never mind. Tonight's the night to be a little nuts. Tonight's is for fun and fellowship. Tonight, the 3 triads rejoice together. Tonight's the night our noble and knowledgeable ninths nod their neshimas as nerdy neophytes discuss the niceties of Netzach and the Nepish. Tonight's the night notorious knights and naughty knaves nip and nibble and nosh with nimble-witted nitpicking Newtonian know-it-alls, or neck with narcissistic nubile nymphs. Tonight we band together to be good-natured naysayers to the numb and nattering nabobs of negativism. Amen. Let us fill our cups and kill our cares. Tonight, let us rejoice in the reality that existence is pure joy, and that when we look upon our neighbors, we are looking into the eyes of God. As the Hindus say, Namaste. And as Thelemites, let us toast to Nuit. And now, I welcome you to the official reception of Noticon number 9. Love is the law, love under will. Oh, sorry to waste your time with that, but I thought it was, it shouldn't fall into negativity. Anyway, my talk that year, which was the last talk, I guess I opened it up and then closed it, was called Alistair Crowley's A Tough Act to Follow. And I don't know if I'm going to, I know I've shared it with you here on a morning show earlier, but let me just give you a taste of it at least. Do what thou wilt. Oh, Alistair Crowley is a tough act to follow. By Lon Milo DuQuette. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. All the world's a stage, and all men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. 666 is the number of a man, and Alistair Crowley is a tough act to follow. I grew up in the 1950s in a small town in eastern Nebraska. Looking back, I realize how lucky I was to come of age in an environment where the air was fresh and the water, at least in those years, was pure as any place on earth. At the time, however, I didn't consider myself lucky at all. In fact, I felt caged like a wild animal in a zoo run by well-meaning but totally inept, insensitive, and perhaps even dangerous zookeepers. I was painfully isolated and felt as if I were the only person in town that engaged in any form of self-examination. I never really fit in with my peers. I refused to join my classmates as they blissfully rode their bicycles through poisonous fog of DDT spray, killing summertime mosquitoes. I rejected the ridiculous exploitation of God, or explanations of God, creation, and of my own existence, proffered with unquestioning conviction by my Sunday school teachers. Television would be my only link to the outside world, a world of comedy and of wit, art and music, ideas and drama. Thank God there was a movie theater in town, because the cinema transported me to an adult world of beautiful women and handsome men, heroes and villains, and adventures of the soul acted out in faraway places and times both past and future. The theater was for me my holy ground. It was my temple. It was my church, my university. Each Saturday and Sunday, wasn't I a lucky kid? I could go. They changed the movies on Saturday and Sunday, so I could see two of them. And the next Saturday, see the Sunday one repeated. It was so cool. Sometimes I would sit through it because they just played it back and back into the evening. I watched Elmer Gantry 5 times. I watched something else 5 times too. Anyway. Each Saturday and Sunday, I worshiped at the altar of the silver screen. Movies delivered everything the church was supposed to deliver. They liberated, then elevated my consciousness, fired my imagination, ignited my libido, and brought me body and soul into the living presence of the gods. I yearned to be on stage, and as I grew older, I auditioned for every school, church, and community production, play, musical that presented itself. Contrary to what you might think, drama did not present an opportunity for me to escape or get out of myself, but a chance for a few moments to be myself. And I could say the same thing about my morning visits with you. As an adult, I'd learned that there is real magical method to the Dionysian madness of dramatic ritual. Indeed, every magical ritual is a sacred drama, complete with all the colorful elements that contribute to the power of great theater. Costumes, makeup, weapons, conflict, and most of all, love. Alistair Crowley was certainly not the first magician to recognize and exploit the power and potential of magical theater, but he was arguably the most audacious in his attempts to squarely lay it undisguised in the lap of popular culture. The 1910 public performances of his Rites of Eleusis was a watershed moment in his magical career. But when I say that Alistair Crowley is a tough act to follow, I'm not talking about the Rites of Eleusis or his exploits as the road manager of the Ragged Ragtime Girls. Yes, took him to Russia too. and if rumors be correct, he abandoned them there. Okay. Or his press conference at the Statue of Liberty when he claimed the island for Ireland and burned his passport, or what he called his passport. Or when he started World War I, or when he shat on the carpet in the lobby of the Savoy Hotel. No, I'm talking about a tougher act. But we've just eaten, but we've just eaten, and all a few minutes, we needed a few minutes to digest. I promised St. Constance that I would sing a couple of her favorite songs because that's now part of my act. Now, Constance was out in the audience there too, and I always usually embarrass her when I speak. And let's see, I sang a couple songs, but the only one I printed here was one called When You Fall in Love, and that's where I'll end this morning. It's When You Fall in Love. Now, like kind of classic standards, okay, in imitation to classic standards, I usually start with a verse. It's called a verse. It's sort of a prologue to the chorus, which is the song that you remember, okay? Like, when I was a young man courting the girls, I da 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 dee da 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 dee dee do. Oh, it's a long. Yeah. So okay, I do that on a lot of songs. I used to think that love was just biology and emotion, an island of bliss in sorrow's infinite ocean, existing apart, locked deep in each other's heart. But love is bigger than he and she. Love's the beat of God's heart. That was the verse. When you fall in love, you change the world. You change everything. Sun, moon, galaxies are created. Your genes are mutated when you fall in love. When you kiss your love, you kiss the world. You kiss everything. Subatomic particles start to tingle. Space and time mingle when you fall in love. Love's eternal, is what it is, was what it was, and shall be infinitely love forever and ever and ever. Transcendental love's all the all. It's wall to wall, and it's you and me. When you're making love, you lose the world. You lose everything. Two turn into one, and then nothing. It's kind of a quantum thing when you fall in love. Okay, it goes on. I won't finish that with you this morning. I just thought you'd get a kick out of that because I am preparing for my talk, my 50th anniversary talk that's coming up in July. And so hopefully after that's over, I'll share that talk with you as well. But until tomorrow, continue to be good to yourself, be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love under will.